Alright guys, I wanted to come on here and make this YouTube video because I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I know there's a lot of kids like me who are out there chasing success at a young age, and it's super lonely, and I would really like to hear someone who has the same perspective of me talking, just to know that there's other people like me out there in the world, because it does get very lonely on this journey sometimes. So I figured, why not create the thing that I would like to hear? And that's what I'm doing right now. So I want to talk a little bit about my journey and where I'm going and where I am today. So I'm a day trader and an entrepreneur. I have an AI agency and I trade futures, ES and NQ, every morning, 6:30 a.m. because I'm in California. I trade, and it's been going pretty well. I mean, I haven't made a crazy amount of money yet. I'm going to be honest. I'm not like these other gurus. I haven't made that much money yet. My net worth is probably in the low five figures right now. So nothing crazy. I have requested payouts. I made some money off crypto. But in a lot of ways, I feel like I'm starting from zero. I mean, I've done 5-figure months with my AI agency, but it's split amongst two of my other partners as well. So I feel like I'm starting from the bottom. I've been learning a lot of high income skills though, trading being one of them, and also sales recently. I do plan on working a sales job in the summer because the company has a super similar mindset to me, and sales is something where you actually can make a lot of money in a job because you're not getting paid by the hour, you're getting paid by commission, and you kind of get out what you put in. But basically with my journey, started with football, and football is really what taught me that it doesn't matter how hard you work if the decisions being made are not by you. You know, it's a coach making the decision for you, and that can be really tough. I worked very hard in football. Like every other kid with an entrepreneurial mindset, sports are hard because you expect everyone to work as hard as you, and then you expect to get the reward, and you get extremely nervous because when you work that hard on something, you really want it to work out. And there's only 10 football games guaranteed in a season. There's only 10 times to show all that work that you put in the off season. And that got to me. I would get super nervous before games. I mean, seriously. Playing in front of a huge crowd too, it's scary shit. And I wish someone would have told me that nerves are just your body preparing you for the game. I didn't know that. At the time, I just thought it was horrible. I thought it was such a negative thing. And along with that, it just kind of destroyed my mental health. I wanted to be perfect, and it's not a thing. It really doesn't exist. And this is where my mentality also switched from focusing on the inputs instead of the outputs. You know, I had so many goals for football season, but I should have just focused. I played quarterback and a kicker, so two very mentally draining positions. I also punted too. So yeah, everything I did was all up here. Quarterback is mental flow, and you know, it shaped me to be the entrepreneur and trader that I am today, but it was a tough gig for sure. And it wasn't until after football season that I went to a kicking camp, and Chris Saylor, great guy, he was the kicker at UCLA, and he was the main coach, and he was saying to us that it doesn't matter if it's a big game and the game's on the line. It doesn't matter if it's a 20-yard field goal. It doesn't matter if it's a 50-yard field goal. The kick is the same. You literally just go out there and you kick the same every single time regardless. And that really hit me because I would always get caught up in being perfect, but I just had to focus on my inputs. I mean, all I could do was just go out there and throw the ball and know in my heart that I was the best man for the job, and whatever happens, happens. But I couldn't do that because there was so much riding on it. The thing about entrepreneurship is, though, there's not 10 games. This happens every day. People get rich every day. That's why I post 3 times a day. So as soon as football season was over, I started posting on TikTok as much as possible. I literally got so obsessed with figuring out that algorithm and watch time, and I built my account to 8,000 followers, which may not seem like a lot, but it's a lot to me, and I'm super proud of it. But yeah, after football season was over, man, I went ghost on everyone. I didn't go to a single party. Everyone was like, "Where's Eddie Gill? What is that guy doing?" People would ask me. I would always hang out with my boy. We were 2 entrepreneurs. We started like 3 different brands, TikTok shop, trying everything, you know. I started a clothing brand sophomore year called 555 Lifestyle Co. And the 555 means change is imminent, and that's kind of a phrase that stuck with me. It comes from my dad. Whenever we'd see a license plate with 555 on it, he'd say, "Eddie, good things are coming." So I kind of adopted that mantra. And then I built it into this Notion system where I have a productivity system with 5 areas, 5 goals or projects, and then 5 habits that I do every day to work towards those goals or projects. And it integrates very well with the PARA system, which is projects, areas, resources, and archives. And then I also have a second brain system where I put in so much information. I mean, everything from TikTok algorithm notes to what I learned in jiu-jitsu, I go and write that down every single time I go. And yeah, as soon as football was over as well, I started training MMA as well as lifting 6 times a week because, and a lot of people would say it's a waste of time, because like obviously my main priority is making money, right? I want to be an entrepreneur, but that stuff takes time. Right now I'm just in the phase where I need to document my journey. Trading takes time. I'm over a year in, and it was a journey to become profitable. And trading, trading is like playing quarterback. I mean, every time the market's open, it's like game day. You can work hard in practice. You can work hard back testing. You can work hard on your strategy and collecting data. Huge. Collecting data is huge. That's why I put out a Notion template about collecting data, and that was nice. I made thousands off of it. And it was amazing because it helped so many people. And that was kind of a start for me too, where I realized how much money I can make online with a brand. And especially if you have a good product, you feel good. People love it, and it helped people, which is what matters the most, man. I would give it away for free. It's just only I need a little bit of capital right now to reinvest back into the business, back into trading. So all that's just going back in to funded accounts. And I'm learning how to beat the prop firm game. I really am. But yeah, the 555 lifestyle, that's what I've basically set up my life around. I mean, my daily optimization. If you guys follow me on TikTok, I talk about daily optimization all the time. It's my habits that I do every single day to make sure I optimize it and get the most out of it. And I've narrowed it down to about 5. And that is really how you create change. You focus on 5 things. I'm a guy that likes to do a lot of things at once, but I've really been focusing on content and trading recently. Those are my 2 main focuses, as well as my AI agency streamlines through my Twitter content. So that has been the story with me so far. Basically, football broke me down, and entrepreneurship picked me back up. It was the thing that gave me hope. And posting on TikTok gave me an outlet. I had some of the loneliest nights of my life in high school after football season was over, and I didn't hang out with anyone that wasn't going to help me get to where I wanted to be. I missed out on all the summer stuff, everything. People probably thought I was insane. A lot of people thought that I was just hanging out with my girlfriend, but that wasn't really the case, man. I was just grinding. I was up at 6 a.m. every day for the charts. People would be going out, and I'd be like, no, I got to be up. And that's just what it takes. I isolated myself. Isolation is the cost of inspiration. I was inspired. I had a vision, so I had to isolate myself. And, I like to do hard things, so I started MMA as well. Right after football, I said, was over. And I really ran with that. I've been doing jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai now, twice a week each. And I love it because at least if I go to jiu-jitsu, I go to Muay Thai, I film my content, and I work out, at least I can sleep. At least I know I got better. At least I know in my heart that I did some good today. And that's another reason why I'm starting this channel, is because this genuinely makes me feel so fulfilled talking to people that are in the same position as me, because I wish I had someone to relate to, because it's so lonely, man, in college. No one has the same mindset as you. You feel like such an outsider. You're in your room on a Friday night trying to go to bed early, even a Thursday night. You're trying to go to bed early because you hear people out having fun, and you just know that that's not your life right now, and you're sacrificing all of it because you have a vision that no one else sees, and it may not work out, but that's the fun of it. It's the doubt in my mind that keeps me up at night and gets me up in the morning, because I have a vision that no one else sees. And I just want to document everything. I hate when there's these gurus that come out of nowhere and you don't know where they started. I mean, I'm here right now documenting it from nothing. And it's just going to be so amazing to look back on this when I'm driving my M4, Yas Marina Blue. Love that color. And I'm driving that car. I'm living where I want to live, probably Miami. It's a place to be. There's like-minded people out there. So many inspiring people to be around out there. That's probably where I'm going to go this summer. And I just can't wait to achieve financial freedoms. Not so my Saturday nights look like I'm out at the club, but so my Tuesday mornings look like my perfect routine. You know, I just want to be able to live out my life and improve in all areas without financial pressure, and be able to experience the best possible human consciousness experience that I can, because that's what we're here to do. That's why God put us on this earth. And creating content is honestly, it's the best way to just get your voice and opinions out there nowadays. I mean, even if one person watches this and feels like they have someone that understands them, then I'm fulfilled. Honestly, I feel good, because it can be super lonely, man, when you're just grinding every single day and you don't even know what to work on. That's another big thing. A lot of the time after football season, I was like, dude, what the fuck do I work on? I did TikTok affiliate as well, and that was good. I mean, I made it a few thousand, but I was like, God, what do I do? And I just want to be able to give people a clear path, give kids like me a clear path once I make it, and be like, bro, this is exactly how I did it. Let me show you. Like, fuck all the bullshit, the scamming. Like, no, bro. Like, let me really show you how to do it, because I know once I do it, I know I'm a good teacher, and I know that I'm going to be able to help others. And that's really what I want to do. I really want to help others in the way that I wish I had help after I was at my lowest senior year, and I felt like a failure. And I was able to pick myself up and create a system that turned me into a vessel that would put the information that I got to use. I would actually be able to put everything into a routine, package it up, and live it out every single day and see the progress. And there's nothing more fulfilling than that. Me analyzing my content on TikTok after I post, seeing the watch time, when would I scroll, how to improve this, how's the engagement, that fulfills me. Seeing myself go from losing trades all the time to saying, you know what, price is horrible today, I'm not going to touch the charts. Having that self-discipline, you know, that's what fulfills me. It's the routine, it's the daily grind, it's the inputs that fulfill me. And I need to change all my goals. I used to think followers are for ego. I know that there's going to be a few people out there that really connect with me, and that's all I need. I just need a few people to really, really understand me. And I don't need all these followers. I just need a post, man. That's going to be my goal. My goal is no longer to get 100K on TikTok, 100K on YouTube. My goal is just to post and connect with the people who connect with me and make it the best possible content, because I've always been a creator at heart. I believe that we're all creators. That's what we're meant to do. Men are meant to build. We're happiest when building. When you chase these short-term pleasures, I've had the opportunity. Well, I have two older brothers, so I've had the opportunity to see them grow up in front of my eyes. And I know the exact outcome of chasing short-term pleasure, and it is fucking horrible. I basically lived the life of chasing short-term pleasure, because I saw what happens to not just my brothers, but like their friends, and where they end up. And you're 30 years old and you're broke, and you have to look at yourself in the mirror and think, I fucked up. I went down the wrong path. I thought I was sold this lie by society that I could just get a regular job and have a good life, and it's just so wrong, and it's terrible. But I want to wake as many people up as I can that you can't do that anymore. The days of being the average Joe and being able to buy a house are gone. Bro, if you want to make it, you got to be really fucking smart. You got to be really dedicated. And you got to be unique. And you can't have a cookie cutter personality anymore. Everything is a battle for influence. Every war in history was a battle for influence. And if you're not getting your own slice of influence with a personal brand, you're going to get left behind. And I want to show men that when you transition from a child to a man, you realize that you no longer find joy in the short-term pleasure. It's about building something long-term, and that's really fulfilling. It's about being able to take care and defend those around you who you love. Take care of them. Because that's what we're supposed to do. And I think that right now everything is just lonely, and that's okay. You know, I've learned to embrace it. At the end of the day, it's just all pain. I mean, you post and people find it and they make fun of you. It's just more pain, whatever. Like, I always seek out the hardest thing to do because that's where you get the most character development. I didn't really have the genetics to play quarterback, I would say. I was born in Ireland. Half my family doesn't even know what a post route is, right? My parents had no clue what was going on. I learned everything myself. I wasn't supposed to do that. I wasn't supposed to be a team captain. I'm not even born here, right? But I always seeked out the hardest thing, and boy, did I fucking learn about myself. I mean, I learned exactly who Eddie Gill is and who he's going to be. And it just gave me an everlasting motivation. And it's not to prove anyone wrong. I don't have any beef with anyone. I mean, if I saw someone hating on, or someone posting on TikTok as well, I'd probably, it's just natural. I mean, kids just like if I wasn't so mature, I'd probably be like, oh, what is he doing? You know, I mean, it's just natural, man. I don't hate anyone for their opinion on me. And frankly, I don't care. I mean, if I cared, I wouldn't be posting. So life is too short. Every opinion that someone has on you is going to die. In 100 years, no one's going to have any more opinions on you. So don't even worry about it. You got to free yourself from that. As soon as you are fully yourself, you can't ever make money online without being fully yourself. If you don't bring anything unique to the table, forget about it. You have to be a constant outflow of energy of you, who you are. And if you don't overcome that fear of what other people think of you, it's never going to work out, man. That is fundamental. And that's what you get by putting yourself through hard things, is you overcome them and then you learn about yourself. So I would say that if you don't know what to do, find the hardest shit you can do. It was hard to post on social media. I mean, it sounds weird, but it was hard. It was hard to show up to an MMA gym, a true fighter's gym, and go into the classes and have no idea what I was doing, and spar actual MMA fighters and go to jiu-jitsu and get my ass kicked every day. But I did it because it was hard. I mean, and that's what shapes you as a person. You can't run from that. You gotta just embrace that head on. And I think that God will reward me for being a man that is not afraid to throw myself into the fire and just do the hard stuff, because that's what I find joy in. I don't find joy in the fun things anymore. Those things aren't fun for me. It's all empty. You don't need this party. You don't need the loud music. You need a purpose, and you need to build something. And every man that does want to do that, I want to be able to create a way for them to do it systematically. Trading is the only thing where it's you versus you. You can wake up and get on the charts, and there's no coaches, there's no fucking teachers, there's no parents, there's no boss. It's you versus the market. And I love that. You don't even need anyone to buy anything from you. It's like a video game. You just level up. It's like posting content. You just level up. I've turned my life into a fucking video game where I just put in the inputs and I watch the outputs grow. And it's a beautiful thing. It really is. And I want to help other people be able to do that as well someday, because that's what life is all about. It's about building that character that you see in your head, that you envision. I know what I'm going to look like, what I'm going to be able to do, what skills I'm going to have. I've wrote down my ideal life in detail. I have unmatched vision, and it's all going to happen. And it's all through God, and it's all through faith, and it's all through actually putting in the work. Manifestation is not about imagining yourself in the car, sitting there going, oh, I'm going to be in the Lamborghini. No. I wrote, I'm a profitable day trader on my desk, and I acted like one. I woke up an hour before market open. I charted out. I woke up early, ready to go. And I journaled everything, because that's what profitable traders do. It's about being the man that does. Being the man that actually deserves those things. And everything is delayed. Money always comes second. But as long as you're doing the inputs, you will feel fulfilled. So if you're lacking fulfillment, it's because you're avoiding the work. The magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding, right? Everyone says it, but it's true. You're deep down, you're avoiding it. Guys, I was trying to make this fucking trading Discord because I wanted to make like a free community where people who like my stuff can hang out and people who are like-minded, and I just kept putting it off. Why? Like, that was the most important thing I needed to do, and I kept putting it off. And now it's done and it's ready to be launched, but that's when you need to catch yourself. You're like, fuck. Why am I doing that? Why am I putting off the thing that's the most important? Why do we do that? I don't know. But you need to reprogram your brain to not do that anymore. But yeah, so for anyone that is out there trying to make something of themselves, you're in high school, you're in college, you feel lonely as fuck, bro. I'm going through it. It's a lonely road. You got to find peace in it. Find peace in the pain. My DMs are always open if you guys want to talk. I'm always open to connecting and making shit happen, because at the end of the day, it's hard to find winners now. Winners aren't everywhere anymore. There may be 1 or 2 winners in Miami, 1 or 2 winners in fucking Idaho. I don't know. But it's hard to find people that are like-minded. So if you are, bro, reach out. And I hope you guys enjoy seeing someone that thinks the same way as you.